and Sudan. Only these 5 countries, with $10 billion rather than the 100 billions we're talking, to produce grains. These countries can do it in 1 year. It's a seasonal crop, and in 1 year we can be African food self-sufficient. But the way you do is, you say, this is our policy. And whenever you ask, you say, this is our policy. So there's no partnership. There's no equal partnership. That's why I said, Professor, we need our own policy. We need our own stance to negotiate with our global partners, whether they take it or not, but we have to do that. So I think that's what we have to do, including that of the climate change negotiation that's going on now. The second is, I do not agree on gross condemnation of China or United States. My brother, Adama, we have a number of things we benefit from China. Look, my railway in Addis Ababa, and that of connecting us as a landlocked country between Djibouti and us, that was the support we got from China. And by the time the French President, Hollande, came to my office, I had a state visit, he asked me, why do you cooperate with China this much? I said, please invest in my railway. I will go to France. We are pragmatic. We do not want this or that group. We don't condemn grossly. We have to select whichever suits us. If President Xi Jinping wants a lifetime presidency, that's of China, that's not of Africa. If the Western democracy is good for us, we will take that. Maybe make it African contextualized than just grossly taking the Western democracy, because it doesn't fit in our culture. We have to make it fit to us, Africans, and then use it. But our intellectual community, without grossly condemning, did we make it to fit our own conditions? That's the debate we have to make. But otherwise, we should be pragmatic in our relationship. Why we are divided? Look, the African Union summit. Who outnumbers? Is it the delegation or external people coming to surround the meeting hall in African Union? You know, partners coming to African Union surpass the number of delegates that are coming to the African Union. How can we be divided then? I can give you an example. We did want to reform the African Union. And even take this Ghana Forum. They know that the Dango Force has brought some kind of a new architecture to debate on African peace and security. Immediately the French established one of the same in Dakar, because they thought that it's getting out of their hand. So this is how it is. First of all, I am not blaming them. I am blaming us, who are receiving this kind of division. It's our failure. It's nothing to do with our partners. We should make our house in order first, so that we can deal with others. This is our problem, our inferiority problem, our decolonization of mind problem. Nobody should accept, but we Africans, we are not inferior. Take the civilizations, my own country, Ethiopia, the Aksumite civilization, the Mesopotamian civilization, the Egyptian civilization. It's we who has invented medicine. It's the Egyptians, the astronomy, the mathematics, the engineering. We are not inferiors. But nonetheless, we ourselves, our children, do not know our history. We have to make them understand African history. That's why the previous panel was the most important panel for us Africans. The cultural issues, our history, our, many good things that can be enumerated. The United States didn't exist by the time when Queen Sheba was visiting King Solomon as a state. Even Europeans didn't exist. So we did have state formation 5,000, 7,000 years ago. But now we are talking about the failed states in the modern 21st century. This is our problem. So I think we have to make it right, tell to ourselves right thing, and that's very important. So that's what the Professor was mentioning. So we have to start decolonizing our minds, not our children first, so that go for schools and institutions that can help us. And we need leadership training institutes. I do not know what Mandela Institute is doing now. Is it decolonizing our leaders' mind? We have to start from here. Mandela is our icon. He was decolonized. He sacrificed himself. But are we doing that? Is his legacy, his school, is doing the same thing to African leaders? So I think there is, as you say, leadership deficit, and we have to let this, address properly. Yes, it's then when leaders can be selfless, leaders can be, working for their citizens rather than self-enrichment, and then we can proceed. Then surveillance will stop, because they are working for the people. They are not working for themselves. Unless otherwise we change that structure, states, regimes will continue on surveillance, because they want to exist. And they want to suppress in order to, to stop all the opposition that might be coming from the young people, from opposition, from activists, whatever. So I think that's important. Our history is the basis for our patriotism, and we can do that. And every country has that history. And we are always talking about Timbuktu, but we are destroying it now. So I think this is very important. The African diaspora should have a place, because, why don't we see the Northeast Asians? Usually we call them Asian tigers. What happened? And then the literature is telling you that South Korea was even poorer than Ghana some time ago, 50 years ago. But one of the wealthiest countries now. Where is Ghana and where is South Korea? So the whole idea is they internalized their problems. While Ethiopia and Ghana, Mr. President, pushing the things out than internalizing it. So I think it is possible, and we should be true to ourselves. We should be true to our conscience, and we should lead properly. So that's the spirit of Ghana. We have to discuss openly, frankly, and honestly what's happening in our region. And let's stop self-enrichment and put the money for peace fund. I know billions of dollars illicit financial flow. If we stop that and put that money into peace fund, We don't need to beg for money. We have lots of debt. Go to South Sudan or go to Nigeria. Where is the oil going? While 80-90% of the budget is recurrent, there is no development budget because everybody is eating them. So we have to stop. We have to work inside out, not blame anyone. We have enough money, enough resources in Africa. So we have to fund ourselves. We have to decolonize our mind. Yes, I understand there is offshore financial flow because of the companies that are coming here, working in collusion with our leaders to take the money out. It's not because only Africans are doing this. There is a global network that's working on this. We have to fight that while fighting domestically, nationally. So I think ownership is the main message we have to take from this Ghana Forum. And if we do that, we can make changes to happen. And I thank you.
You all agree with me that Tana 10 and AU is celebrating 20th anniversary. I think this very rich discussions. Time is always the enemy. We run out of time. Ambassador, I know you wanted to respond, but time restricts. We can continue these conversations, but there are key messages that came out of this session. We need to fund our own peace. We need to decolonize our mind. We need to restructure our institutions so that they are compatible with our norms and values as well as function well. We need to deal with our partners on equal terms, and we need access to all levers of power at the global level. United Nations Security Council reforms. We need to deal with these issues head on and frank that we are not part to any games that superpower play. They must fight out there, but not on our continent, and we need all of them. We are not selecting United States, European Union, or China, or anyone. We have norms and values that are universal, and we do not need to be told who we need to talk to and not talk to. And I would like to hand over, but before I do that, please join me to thank our panelists and some online that might be listening. Please join me. I'll hand over to you, madam. I hope we did well on time.
Thank you. I think another round of applause. I think that was a great main discussion with Tana. Thank you. I think let's have 20 minutes to recognize the university essay winners. And I called on you this morning and I sought your indulgence to do that. So I'll call the moderator to come on board. Let's have this discussion for about 20 minutes. After that, we go to the final 15 minutes closing and final remarks. So thank you so much.